What is up, my biologicals? So, here we are, another day, another donut. I've been having trouble with windsurf, which is some AI autocomplete business, but I can't make it work, so screw it. Well, it kind of works. It's not interesting. It's not interesting. I seem to have some sort of feedback, because I'm an idiot. I can hear myself. Can you hear me? I've got a network error. Okay, all is good. One day I'll do this, I'll just start and it'll all be fine. But that day is not today. Right, so what's that? I probably don't want everyone to see whatever that says. I probably don't need that. That can be minimized. Right, I'd say we are on to yes, those are the top 3 things I'm probably going to want to look at. Right, so what have we got? We got a penguin. What else have we got? We've got a drunk old man. I mean, I'd say that we're more or less living up to the brand expectations that we have set. For those of you who are new to the channel, I don't know, is it a channel? For those who are new to my nonsense, this is a penguin. I am inordinately pleased of the fact that I made that penguin. You can make the penguin go forwards. Observe a penguin, what moves forwards. I don't think it does. Like, to me it feels like this has all been a bit of a... But this is new. I mean, this used to be a sort of very smooth, I would hesitate to say biological looking channel. But whereas now I think it's got a little bit more geology to it. So I think I have to accept that's probably good enough. The reason I'm slightly procrastinating is because I think the next bit's going to be the hard bit. So essentially, I'm going to play it again because I'm procrastinating, but also like it makes me feel better. So look, here's a penguin. This is artificially not artificially generated. Obviously, it's artificially generated. It's a computer, but it's what's the word for? You know, dynamic. Blah 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 blah. So this should be a different sort of wiggly wibbly line every time, okay? Through which our friend here, Mr. Penguin, and that is their preferred demonym, Mr. Penguin can fly through the thing. I think what do I want? I think I want reduced. Okay, I'm gonna work on I'll work on that. Anyway, at this point, obviously, well, it's some point before this point. In fact, let's look, because I was talking. So we're going to take Mr. Penguin, we're going to put him back here, right, and hopefully the thing will catch up with me. Right, when we get to around maybe here, do you see? So Mr. Penguin is here. This is the size of our universe. But if you haven't died by the time you get here, observe, you die if you hit the ground. See? You've died. I mean, I don't because I'm doing testing, but like the user, the player, will have died by that point. So by the time we get to about this point, i.e. just before this end of the tunnel starts to come into spontaneous existence, now I think this is going to be very, very hard. Before we get there, we need this to extend. And I have absolutely no idea how to do that at all. Now what I've used is a thing called fractal, I mean seriously, it had such a good name, what was it, like fractal Brownian motion or something? I mean, it's glorious, what a wonderful word. But anyway, so I've used fractal Brownian motion to generate this, which is a pseudo-random noisy thingy. And I'll probably make some sort of a seed that goes into that. But problematically, from a more problematic point of view, well, I don't know, maybe I should just try. I mean, what happens if I start? What happens if I start with those numbers? I mean, maybe it'll work. Maybe it will just work. I don't even know how to actually do that though. Now I do have my friend Claude, but I try to avoid. Oh, please read your memory. Beep bop, beep bop, beep beep bop, beep bop. Right, Claude. I mean, I don't really want to ask it. I mean, mainly because it feels like cheating, but I mean, I feel like this is the sort of thing that I'm not actually... we're working on the chunk... I mean, I do like this crap. We're working on the chunk-based... Chunk-based... Oh dear, chunk-based... what's the word? Infinite terrain. So, while it's thinking about how it's going to patronise me and tell me what a moron I am, I'm at least going to open this up. You see, it's going to have opinions. Like, I have this all day, every day, and my day job is people with opinions. I don't want opinions. I don't have opinions. Yes, the continuity problem is the interesting one. You see, I'm clever. I knew that. You didn't have to tell me that. So, blah, 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 blah. Absolutely. Is that possible? Absolutely. I love it. Is that possible? Lol. Lol. I'm almost 50. Lol. Oh god, I see, look, that's... I mean, I just want to make a computer game. I've got a physics degree. I spent most of my life... I didn't spend most of my life, but I spent most of my brain's power getting the physics degree. I think I used 80% of my entire kind of mental ability to get a physics degree. And then I got that. I got the degree, I got the piece of paper, and I've never done anything with that piece of paper. No one has ever looked at that piece of paper. Ever. So in short, I basically wasted 4 years of my life. I did drink quite a lot, and I met some ladies. So it wasn't a complete waste of time, but what I don't want to do is now have to do more maths. And the last thing I want to do is do maths while trying to be entertaining on a Twitch stream. But I'm afraid, and you're just gonna have to suck this up. The entertaining is secondary to actually making the game. So let's see if I can actually read quite advanced mathematics by the looks of things about a function I've only become aware of in the last 2 days, while keeping up an amusing train of consciousness thought thing. So this is how I'm trying to use Claude. I'm trying to use it as you see, I don't want it to write code for me, and I told it this, you know, because that's boring, because then I don't learn anything. I want it to teach me. So basically, it gets to talk to the... How does it know this? I mean, it didn't even look shit up on the web. I mean, this shit is just somewhere in its brain somewhere. I mean, does that not just astonish you? Like, this is just a large language model. Somehow, this is just already in its enormous head. I mean, its head is a lot bigger than my head. But then on the other hand, I don't know this. So, I mean, more power to it. More power to it. Incredible. So anyway, yes, completely. I'm not going to read it out loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Istanbul, not Constantinople. Istanbul, not Constantinople. You come down to Constantinople, it's Constantinople. Get the works. That's nobody. Oh, it's probably not. I got cancelled. As long as you keep incrementing where you left off, the outputs, blah, 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 blah. So concretely, I like concretely. Instead of that nonsense, have I done that nonsense? Is that even what I'm doing? Yeah, the problem is I'm doing it in two places. So are you telling me I could do it as a yield? I think what it's saying is I could do it from a yield. So apply it once at the start, and then it becomes the initial noise offset. I have no idea what that means. I mean, I'm gonna, like, and the thing is, I'm so vain that I don't want to admit to an AI that I don't know what it's talking about. I'll admit to you, because you're humans, and I don't feel competitive with you, but I feel competitive with the AI. I don't want it to be cleverer than me, despite the fact that it is. Except when it isn't, of course. Except when it's really fucking stupid. I don't know. So, would that work though? Of the extra noise added to the ceiling and floor aspects of the base tunnel curve. I think that's a reasonably. I mean, yeah, same principle. You just need a separate. Oh god, really? That's really boring. Oh god. You see, this is what happens. Right, I'm actually gonna. You see, like when I've watched other people doing. So I just got one bastard thing adding another bastard thing. Right, humans. I like humans. Come on, human. 1982. Aren't you a clever clogs? Ugh, that's gross. Oh, I think like 2 dimensions will be fine. Oh, I see. Oh god, I really am being very, very dumb. I see. So what it does is it just gives me a vector. But then what? How it? I'm gonna need another beer very, very soon. If there's one thing that stresses me out, it's not understanding maths. So we're going to generate the tower. So we're going to call this generate tunnel because it's not the terrain. No, it is the terrain. Fine. I'm just procrastinating because I'm a coward. So we got this seed, which needs to be. But if this is staying... So, hang on. But if this is staying in advance of the player character by a fixed distance, are they going to need to be coupled? I think that's a reasonable question, because I don't particularly want to couple them. Okay, so it will be chunk based. Because I was thinking actually it could be quite interesting if it was actually are there any disadvantages / advantages to doing it as I misunderstood just then by having it as a function of player X plus an offset. Therefore, no chunks, just a constant coming into existence just in the future, fixed distance into the future. No, I see an advantage as not having to muck about with triggers. But I'm sure there are disadvantages. as well. Well, I don't know. No Trump boundary log at all, simple code. No drug in just run out update based on player X. Yes. Naturally handles variable players with chug gradient timing sets. Absolutely. Okay. That's true. Fine. No, you make a good point. Make a good point. This is meant to be a learning experience, so I'd rather do it cleanly. I mean, I just trust the thing. I mean, it's absolute nonsense. I don't know, I trust it. Yes. Yes. I mean, that's what I thought. And it really is. I just have absolutely no idea how to do it. I don't want to get this thing to do it for me, but this just feels like really boring dicking around stuff rather than actual game design. But at the end of the day, I think all game design is just boring dicking around game stuff, like programming. I'm so conflicted by this whole process. I should have done this 5 years ago when you didn't have AI. On the other hand, I'd probably have died by now. So, I mean, there is that. Alright, so I've got this FBM nonsense, which is good. That I understand. This, I understand. So the value... That's not. Okay, so that's... Okay, I'm just reminding myself how this stuff works. So, okay, so that's all just scaling and transforming. So the important bit is the FPM, which takes this, which has some sort of thing in it, which makes it different. If this is just, if that's naught and that's, I see. Okay, yes, I'm with you. So it needs a seed, because the x-coordinate needs to not be... Sometimes it could be 0, I'm so confused. Oh, question of the day, question of the day, question of the day. Alright, question of the day. I mean, it's an interesting question, but I mean, I don't know how to pose it particularly well. I mean, philosophically speaking, you know, yeah, QOTD, this is an interesting question. I mean, this is much too deep for, I mean, I might reuse these questions when I have more than one viewer. But, what's the difference between, well, what's the difference? You know, game dev using AI agent to help build, you know, their game. Okay, I don't like the word game dev, it's such a stupid word. Developer using an AI agent to help build their game versus an artist using badger hair brushes rather than their own fingertips to spread paint on a canvas rather than a cave wall. In 100 years' time, will we see the question of AI as part of the creative process in even remotely the same terms as we do today? That is a deep question. Question today: developer using an AI agent to help build a game versus an artist using badger hairbrush rather than their own fingertips to spread paint on a canvas rather than on a cave wall. In 100 years' time, will we see the question of AI as part of the creative process, even make the same terms as we do today? I think that's a good question. Like, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion. I think it's a very, very complicated problem. I mean, tools are tools at the end of the day. And I think we feel a bit weird about AI because the tools seem so similar to us. I don't think we'd be nearly so... Although still, it's weird, isn't it? We still have, in the film industry, there's now this whole business like there was no CGI in this film, which is obviously nonsense. But, you know, what they mean is there's no kind of CGI characters or, like, you know, CGI background. Every film has CGI in just to take out a stuntman, you know, doing something stupid. You know, they all use CGI because CGI is just basically anything that involves Photoshop at the end of the day because it's a computer-generated image. So, I mean, like, every single film has CGI in, end of conversation. But I kind of know what they mean with no CGI, you know, like... Tom Cruise did his own stunts, for instance. You know, you can be more invested. Fine. So there's this kind of backlash against CGI, despite the fact that every single film uses it, because it makes your film better. Who knew? And yet, we've all become such Luddites that we're like, no, we don't. We want films that know CGI. So it's a marketing thing. They say it, it's bollocks, but they say it because it appeals to idiots like me who are like, no, future's a bad thing. Is the future a bad thing? In 100 years' time, will people look at it like this in exactly the same way that we look at a car? Like, you know, 100 years ago, people saying you shouldn't get a car, you should ride a horse. You know, if you don't ride a horse, you're not a real gentleman. Which is probably still true, but no one cares anymore. I don't know. It's an interesting question. Get to it. Chat. Have opinions. I want to hear your opinions on AI and the whole nonsense. In the meantime, I'm going to pretend I understand what I'm talking about, this stupid thing. Right, well I think so, yeah. Chunk manager, so that tracks the player X and discloses when to spawn the next player. Each chunk is a game object with its own line renderers. So the chunk manager... So where does the chunk manager actually live? Does it actually live anywhere? So, okay, let's make a thing called Chunk Manager. Chunk Manager. Alright, Chunk Manager. So we're going to have a thing that's going to be called Terrain... Well, it's the Terrain Generator. I mean, the Terrain Generator is already a Chunk Manager, isn't it? Smooth Terrain Generator. Alright. So we have a penguin. So we have player character, fine. So we're going to add a player character. How do we do that? I always forget. So serialize, and we're going to do it at the top. We're not going to do it there, we're going to do it even higher. Serialize, yeah, serialize field, that's exactly one. Game object. Bobbins McBob. Oh, you know me so well. But it's not going to be called Bobbins McBob, it's going to be called Penguin. Alright, so... No, it's not a penguin prefab, it is just a player penguin. Let's have player penguin. So that it gets some context. Because if you are going to play nicely with the AI, you may as well help it. Player penguin. Right, you understand what that is? Player penguin? Fine. So, you're now going to generate terrain at some point in front of my friend, Mr. Penguin. So we're going to start with some generate terrain. Now on update, you are you? You are mono behavior, so you have an update command. So, void update. So, can you guess what I want to do? No, you can't. You don't know what I want to do. So what are we going to do? On update, is that the right thing to do? No, it probably isn't the right thing to do. Do I want it to be on update? What I want to do is I want it to know when can I wrap? I'm going to ask it if it's. Can I wrap the chunk manager functionality into the terrain generator? Is that what I called it? Thank you! You see, I am fucking clever. Alright, firstly, I'm going to rename it because I'm annoyed with it's called. It's just a terrain generator. Who cares if it's smooth? Not important. Right. Don't ask me what my first move is. I don't need you to patronise me. You're very kind, and I appreciate your assistance, but I'm going to make this shit up and I'm going to ask you questions. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to have an X coordinate. So you are going to have, we're going to have a chunk width. So you're now no longer called width, you're now called chunk width. And we're also going to have an idea of which chunk we're in. Okay, chunk width, have you renamed everything? Yes, you have. Does everything still work? This is how old I am, is I don't trust these bloody things. Right, look. Oh yeah, alright, so you've worked. Oh, look at this. This is kind of cool. Isn't this kind of cool? I mean, it's kind of cool. No? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think it's cool. I mean, that looks like a proper thing. That's a kind of a proper game. I mean, it's not perfect, you know, but I can twiddle some numbers and it'll be better. I only died once in that whole business. Oh, well, that was close. Right, anyway, so it does work. I'm going to do that every time. Just so you know, I will be doing that every time. So, update does nothing. So, alright, smooth tame generator. Have a penguin. Play a penguin. Update, do something with the penguin. Debug, dot log, player penguin, dot transform position dot, Alright, let's have the whole thing, why not? Right, let's see what that does. So does the transform position, I'm fairly sure that is against the original point, he says optimistically. Well, we'll find out in a second. Oh, this is going to get quite hectic, actually. Because if there's one thing I don't want... Oh yeah, you didn't like that much. You're already in a bad mood. Right, what have we got? Minus 5.5. You have not moved very much, Mr. Penguin. Okay. Boop ba 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 ba. Okay. Yeah, fine. That has worked quite well. Why are you starting at minus 5.5, Mr. Penguin? I told you to do that. I wonder why you start there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So Mr. Penguin does move, and as he moves forwards, we get to be a part of that joyous experience. So, this is great news. Alright. So, as Mr. Penguin traverses through this world, this life that we call world that we call life. So I know what the width of the screen is. Okay, I'm pleased with myself so far, but this is going to take more thinking. So, How do I get it to take what currently exists? I mean, like, so basically, bicycly, I need to bicycly take, I don't know what accent it's meant to be. There is, cack. But, so, hang on about. Would they always be... Hang on. Is an FBM... Is Perlin noise actually truly procedural? God, I sound like I know what I'm talking about based on the input value. So if I use... I don't care about AI viewers on Streamboot. It really upsets me. Is Perlin actually truly procedural? Put in noise. So the same inputs will always produce the same pseudo random output. Huh. Love it. Okay, I'm with you now. Alrighty. Yeah, got that. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, you little fucker. Look at me go. I'm feeling quite pleased with myself. So the seed. So we're going to have a different seed, but the seed could be the same seed. Okay, why not? So we'll have a float, which is the seed. Which is going to be a private seed. Float. Actually, no, we'll make it public because, exactly as you say, speedrunners. No, we won't. We'll make it private, but we'll have ways of managing it. Float. Oh, come on, my god. Equals private float seed. Okay, fine. Then in the star... Why did I move everything? Oh, I had to move everything because of this shite. Ground object. That's interesting. Can I not do that? That would seem better to me. I want that in there. Because that's never going to change. Is it? No. And then I want these. Am I being dumb? So surely I want all of that in awake, don't I? Now we get rid of that seed, because who wants that seed? This will be interesting to see if this works. This is a bit of an experiment, so you'll have to bear with me. So we got rid of that seed, we got rid of that seed, and we got rid of that seed. Now let's see if we actually have a functioning terrain. This is very exciting. I am quite looking forward to having another beer though. Right. Come on. Are you going to work? I think this might work. The thing I'm most worried about is the terrain. Well, obviously. Oh, hell yeah! Yes! Okay. See, I think there's a problem with people understanding the difference between... What's weird is that's only actually 1,000 frames. I mean, I know it's not that weird, but it slightly surprises me. Anyway, this is great because I like things to be in the right place. So this is great because that's all crap to do with... Can you give multiple tags? Can you give multiple tags? No, you can't. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Well, so game object can only have one tag, apparently. I can't help but notice that no one is engaging with my extremely intellectual and philosophical discussion about developers using AI agents. I suspect it's an unpopular opinion, actually. I mean, I'm not... Well, I suspect it's an unpopular question. We do live in a time where questions can be unpopular, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm definitely a big fan of being nice to each other. I am definitely quite woke. However, I do think we have got to a stage where, as a culture, we're a bit scared of actually even asking questions anymore, which I do think is a mistake. How you answer those questions, you should be very, very aware of and not be a dickhead. But I think questions should always be asked. Anyway, that's definitely moving. Well, maybe that's tomorrow's question of the day. But, right, so this is really easy. So now I just have... So now we've got chunk width, and then we have a private float, private int, last chunk equals 0. I think I want current chunk, don't I? Do I not want current chunk equals 0? I think I probably do, because then I can just do a hunt 0 times... Yeah, I think I want current chunk. Did that happen at the start? Generate terrain. Increments the last chunk. Oh, come on, William. I'm being really stupid here. So yeah, am I going to need... I don't... It feels pointless to have that. So, like... So, at the update point... So I say x coordinate, but it's not the x coordinate, because at no point is the x coordinate actually... That's the ground max points. Then we shove that in, that's I. Then we generate the ground, the final points of this crap, and the final points is that wide. And the final point is, final points I equals vector 2, and we set the position as I. So the x coord is never an x coordinate. That's just I. Because ground max points I is... What are you bitching about? Oh, it's because I didn't do that. Alright, let's say, let's start with current chunk. Because I reckon I can do it with 1. We'll find out. So what I'm claiming now, what I'm claiming here, is this isn't actually a thingy, this is an FBM seed. That's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I'm going to debug that. If that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm obviously being an idiot. Because that's the only place it's used in there, and it's that. So what this whole length business... I'm so confused. So the length of this is gonna be I, isn't it? Am I being dumb? I don't think I'm being dumb. So I think that goes in there. That can piss off. So now we need a private void. I like to put privates at the bottom. Float. Private. No, private float void. Private float. You lerp. No. That's alarming. It's been reading my history. I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. No. FBM seed. Generate FBM seed. Come on, you can work that out, you idiot. Smoothness. No, I want an int I smoothness. Oh my god. Float smoothness. Return seed plus season. Thank you. So now you are no longer that. You'll now generate FBM seed of I. Although the smoothness is, I believe. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that, so we'll see about that. Apparently it is what I'm doing. Alright. Alright, we'll take it out for the moment then. Bish, bish, bish. We don't need that because we've got the smoothness. Okay. Generate FBM seed. So we're going to have that. Yoink. We're going to have that. Yoink. That's cool. Can suck my chuddies because you're now an I. And you're now an I. Right, I reckon. He says optimistically. That is going to give us the same result, but with less obfuscated code. Well, we'll see in a second, won't we, I suppose. It's exciting times. I think we can all agree this is very exciting times. Come on, come on, come on. Not you, Nonbread. Not you. I mean, that is... I think that's exactly the same, isn't it? I mean, it's hard to tell with random crap. But I would say that that's kind of working for what I needed to do. Alright. I mean, look, I know this... Look, I know it's not the most fascinating game so far, but it will be, I promise. We're going to get there. Okay. That worked. Right, I think the first thing to do is get rid of this debug, because it's not giving anyone any good juju. That's bad juju. Right. Well... I mean... and then... Come on, do it. And then we should have a chunk offset. Chunk number. Which should be an int. And then for I equals... It's not though, is it? Come on, it's obviously not. It's obviously chunk number. Times... Oh, so chunk start... int chunk start... Yeah. Int. Thank you. Now you're getting there. Now we're getting there. Are you going to be brave enough to rewrite this for me? Thank you. Right. Generate ground. Ground max points. And you're going to do the chunk number. And you're going to do chunk number. And then you're going to do... Thank you. And now we're going to do... I think this is working. And you need to do chunk number. Right, so now we have... The chunk width is still the chunk width because the final points is going to be the ground loaded up points. Oh, but I need to extend that. Oh, God damn it. I don't care. It's going to break to start with, so we'll just start with it. Int chunk start. Come on. Why are you so nervous? And we're going to have that, and then you're going to go in there. This isn't going to work, okay? Just for everyone's... Like, I would like to make it very clear I know this isn't going to work. It's going to be very, very odd. However, I want to see if it's what I expect it to be. Spoiler alert, I expect it to get... somewhere. Maybe just. Can I do that? I can. Fine. I think no. Minus 50. What? Naught times that's... Oh, okay. So as soon as we get to the 0... Okay, no, fine. No, actually, fine. Alright, let's do that. Right. Okay, so basically as soon as we start the first one, something else will happen. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but basically as soon as we hit step 1, so basically I'm going to start this, as soon as it hits the first bit of pink, or at least that point, let's see. So here's my theory. Oh no, because it doesn't care, because, yeah, because it's at minus 5.5. So I've got a second or two, so as long as I don't move forwards, I think I might be able to prove my point here. Bear with me. So, pink, good. Okay, one to a great start in that we've got pink. I reckon as soon as Mr. Penguin here, this is Mr. Penguin. Let's all be nice to Mr. Penguin. I drew Mr. Penguin. That's my first ever piece of pixel art. You will appreciate Mr. Penguin. So anyway, as soon as Mr. Penguin here gets past the orifice, the opening to the orifice, then I think the orifice is going to disappear, and we're going to get a new orifice over there. Unclear. Let's see what happens. So, boosh, boosh, boosh. Oh no. Oh. Your index is out of bounds of the array. What does that mean? That was not what I expected to happen. I mean, I didn't know what I completely did expect to happen, but that wasn't what I expected to happen. Oh my. Oh. So, because you've only got a certain widthy McWidth face. I don't think that's where you go wrong, though, is it? No, no, it is, because you've got a vector of the chunk width. So what are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have more beer. Because beer helps everything. Oh my god. My beer, like literally, I live in a tiny flat, my beer's there. I mean, 1 minute. 1 second. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. Maybe 20 seconds. How many seconds was that? I mean, it wasn't far off as many seconds as I think it's going to be. I did tell you my beer was close. How close was my beer? Pretty fucking close. Right, this goes back on my... Oh god, they're not very comfortable, these. Right, come on. Now I'd like you all to look. I'd like you to look at this, right? This is the level of self-control I have. Is that on the right here we've got Claude Code, which is undeniably much better informed than I am. I'm not entirely sure it's cleverer than I am, but it is definitely better informed than I am. It knows things I do not know. In my day-to-day job, I have established that I can still outthink it. I am more creative than it is in problem solving and debugging. But my god, it knows stuff I do not know. Which drives me absolutely potty. Oh, someone's just followed me. What lovely person has followed me, and why hasn't it come with my activity feed? Well, thank you for whoever's followed me. You're a great person. Beautiful, I'm sure. In whatever way. Either of mind, body, or soul. Possibly all three. But only the best people follow me, which is why I only have about 5 followers. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm not bitter. I'm a little bit bitter. Well, I think the first thing I'm very excited about is the fact that actually doing all this dicking around didn't break everything. So now I've got these chunks. That should probably have a 0. No, that doesn't need a 0 because that comes from that. Fine. So these should be private. In fact, all of this should be private. Why aren't these private? God, I mean, I used to be very obsessive about this sort of thing. Maybe they're automatically private unless you say they have to be public. In fact, I'm going to ask Claude for that. C#. Class methods. I think that's what they're called. Private by default. See, I can ask questions that make me sound like I know what I'm doing. Oh, well, that was easy. So, fine. Alright, boink. Alrighty, results. I should have just asked it to do that because that would have been completely... Hang on. Huh. So, start, update, and awake pre-inherited from a public, from inherited as public functions from a superclass. Oh, does it? What, for all? Ah. So I'm not being pedantic, adding private to my internal methods. I just removed them. No. God, it would have been faster to do this by hand, quite frankly. Okay, what a complete waste of time that was. I suppose it has to be certain that those are the sorts of things that I want to be. Don't patronise me. You've made some good progress here. You don't have to tell me I made good progress. No, I'm having fun. But thank you. I'll ping if I get in a pickle. Right. Right, what am I trying to do? I could have just said yes and it would have finished this for me. I mean, I'm a weird person. I don't know, like, I have a therapist, right? Because I have issues, you know, we all have issues. I think everyone has issues. I think anyone who thinks they don't have issues is so either godlike or so repressed that they just don't know that they have issues. But I don't know, none of my business. But I think most people have issues. And I'm very happy to admit that I definitely have issues. And yet, one of the things I think I like, you kind of watch all these things on Instagram. Well, I don't, but my girlfriend does. She loves Instagram. And, you know, it's like, oh, like, you know, you got to be mindful and you got to be in the moment. And it's all about the journey, not the destination. And considering what a complete, you know, I like to be right. I like to be clever. I like to do things well. I don't know, but I still do. I think, like, weirdly, I enjoy the journey more than the destination. I'm enjoying this. Like, I don't want the fucking AI to do it for me. That's pointless. Anyway, sorry, not particularly interesting, but it's making me happy. Right, so what I actually do like is I've trained the motherfucker not to actually patronise me. No, I don't want you to help me. It asked. It didn't just say, oh, have you considered doing this? Good Claude. Good Claude. Love it. Anyway, I will get back to shouting mindlessly at a computer. While apparently, I don't know, while apparently being entertaining, maybe. I hope I'm a bit entertaining. I'm sorry for moments of silence and introspection. At least I'm a happy drunk. Right, so. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so the problem here is that I've made these with a permanent chunk width. So. I mean, I know what I could do, I'm just not sure it's a terribly good idea, but maybe it is a good idea. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have an array of these things, line renderers and edge colliders, and I'll possibly actually make them... Fuck it, I'm not even going to tell you what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it. So I think this is now going to be a private line. Right, I don't know how to do that. Can I make a struct? Because I know structs are a thing. Internal only to the class that is a tuple of line renderer and edge collider 2D. Private. Thank you. I know what I have. But yes, that's exactly what I want to do. So what do? So I can put it up here as a private struct. Okay, that's cool. I do like C#'s a nice language. It's got all the kind of stuff that I kind of wish other languages had. The only problem I have with C# is that it's owned by Windows, and I have no problem with Windows or whatever they're called, Microsoft. But you know what I'm trying to do. So now I pass those around. What am I going to do? What am I trying to do? So I'm going to have 3 potentially. I'm only going to have 2. Am I going to have the one I'm currently in? So maybe I make it wider. I might make them wider. I'm going to make it wider. I'm going to make it wider. So I'm going to have a chunk of land. And when you're halfway through that chunk of land, which is now going to be wider, but that's probably worth it, then it will generate a new chunk of land. And when you're halfway through that next chunk of land, the past will now no longer be visible because you've dropped off the screen. Sorry, I'm doing this backwards for you. But that makes sense, doesn't it? And then the past chunk of land will be destroyed, and we'll create a new chunk of land. So essentially we're going to have a sort of first in, first out with only 2 things in it. I'm really sorry about this. You're going to have to excuse me. But the one problem with beer is, spoiler alert, it has a tendency, you know, there's a limit to the amount of beer you can reasonably drink. Oh, you are beautiful, beautiful people. I cannot believe that you're still there. You're too kind to me. I do not deserve such, I wouldn't say love. Love's probably going a bit far, but God damn it. These glasses do not go well with these headphones. I think there's a reasonable chance my ears may fall off if I keep doing this, but anyway, that's a problem for another day. In the meantime, so we have a terrain layer. So I'm basically going to need I'm going to put, did they actually show up in my I don't know what you're doing. No one's answering my question of the day though. I am genuinely interested. So somehow it's because they're public. Okay, fine. If I put another public thing down here, sorry, this is just a test to see how this crap works. Public int hello equals 0. 9 will do. Just anything. So will you now appear down here? Or do the privates like? Ah, you still are under terrain settings. Okay, fine. Not that it's particularly important, I was just interested. Alright, so in that case I think we will have the privates go above. Alright, I'm still getting the hang of actually how this stuff all works. So I think that makes sense. And then we can have that is a public thing, and I think we'll have that at the very bottom because seriously, I'm not joking, I've been doing this a very, very long time, and I'll tell you one thing, is that being organized with your code, I mean, you do not have to be making something terribly complicated. You really don't have to be having something terribly complicated before it becomes a massive advantage. So, we're going to convert these. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to check this works. We're going to commit this, because I'm not insane. Because it's still kind of working, alright? We're going to commit this as a pre-commit, because then we can come back to it if I cock it all up, because this is going to get a little bit wibbly wobbly if this is working, which I think it is. So, right, we're going to get an error message over here, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Error message, fine. But at the end of the day, we have a penguin that dies when it hits the thingy. Yep, hits top and bottom. Yeah, and it's going to go through the whole thing. Right, fine. So we got basically a working system, which is not dissimilar to what we had earlier. So, what have we done to it? We have renamed terrain generator. Can you commit my changes with an explicit name change on the terrain generator? You shouldn't do that, really. I always forget the syntax. So what I often do is I change the name as one commit. So what I usually do is I change the name. Get on with it. I haven't staged anything. Oh, maybe I have staged it. So there's a git move or something like that, and then so that you keep... Oh yes, please do. Yes, please fix that. Thanks. Oh, I like this. This is my kind of like it idea. You didn't stage your change, I think. Oh, maybe git minus C. Oh, maybe it did. Yeah, why not? Let's see what it does. It's not that stupid. Yeah, it's clever. Alright, great. So, we've changed the name. We've got good times. So, we renamed it blah 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 blah. Don't know what that's about. No one cares about that shot anyway. Right. I'd say this is going pretty well so far. So we deleted. Oh, well, I wanted to rename it. Oh. Oh, look at you. Okay, fine. Right, anyway. Alright. Didn't do what I wanted it to do, but fuck it. It's my fault for believing the thing. So we've got a thing. Actually, I will. Hang on, what? Terrain generator. Terrain generator, yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this. We're going to have private ground renderers, which is going to be. No, we're not. We're going to have. Okay, we're going to have a private terrain layers. Private ground terrains. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Private terrain layers, no, but ground terrains. Oh my god, how do you know it's two? Okay, up yours. They are clever, these things, and they will take over the world. How did you know that's what I was going to do, you absolute dick? That's really annoying. That's actually quite annoyed me. I wanted to be like all smug and clever at it. How did you know I wanted it to be 2? Are you listening to me? Yeah. Actually, I should probably go and do that before it gets grumpy. That's really upset me. How did it know? How did it know? Am I so basic? Maybe I'm very basic. Look at this. This is fun. Is this not fun? I think this is fun. I defy you to be impressed with my radical penguin. Okay. I don't necessarily mean that. But look, I mean look, come on. I mean, this is my first ever game and I'm making procedural terrain. I mean, you know, like I could have made, I don't know, what else are you going to do in this day and age? Could have made Donkey Kong. Actually, that's probably just as hard, frankly. This is probably quite easy for realistically. Anyway, it works. Right, fine, good. So, good, excellent, whatever you're talking about, love it. So, you're a terrain generator. So, we've got terrain layer, ground. So, you're now no longer the... So, you're not doing... Oh god. So it's not on awake anymore, so that we're gonna put that back into, now we're gonna have that as an update. So we're gonna have private void generate terrain, what do we call it? Terrain layer. Let's just go with int chunk number for a start. No, I don't want any of that. Go grow up. Stop being clever. Right. Okay. Oh, I don't know what any of that means. Ground max points. I didn't like any of that. No, you freaked me out. No, just have my stuff. Right, game object.ground equals new ground. Ground object equals new. Ground. Chunk. Ground. Chunk. Plus chunk number. And you're going to be more of the same. Right, we're going to generate your terrain layer. No, I'm so confused. Alright, I'm just going to go through it and see where we end up. That's one of the advantages to AI, is that refactoring shit is fucking fast nowadays. Yeah. So if I... It helps to see it. I mean, I should write it down, but I just can't be asked. It's actually, this is faster than writing it down. This is the world we're now in. So there's something wrong with this, but I can't quite work out what it is, but I know there is. So anyway, so we've got the ground object. So we're going to make a ground object. That's going to have the transform... Well, that's a problem. No, it's not. No, it isn't. Okay. How do we make it? You don't make a new terrain layer, do you? So we're going to make the terrain layer, and that's going to not return a thingy. It's going to return a terrain layer. So why am I putting it into a thing? I'm not. No, I've gone wrong somewhere. No, I've gone wrong somewhere. So if the thingy is greater than the current church. The current church plus what equals 1. Aha! That's the problem. No, it isn't. I'm determined I can do this in some sort of functional programming way. I must be completely insane. So, like, right. Ah, I'm mixing up so many paradigms. I'm insane. I'm out of control, man. I am out of control. I am the radical penguin. Be the radical penguin. Jesus Christ. God, I'm so grateful that you're putting up with my nonsense. Oh, God damn it. So. Iga. Oba, oba. Iba, aba, aba. Oh my god, this is stressful. So we make it. That's all just stuff. So fine, I'm just going to have a thingy. Why are you being a bitch about that? Okay, so I just have to now put line renderer, ground renderer, edge collider. Right, great, love it. Why are you being a dick? Ah, because you need now to be added to the ground object. Okay. Okay, so actually, no, I'm being an idiot. So that just needs to be there. And that needs to be there. They can piss off. And now we have... yes, that. And now do it down here as well. Do it. Oh, don't be a dick. Don't make me write it myself. Yes. But I still need the chunk. Thank you. Right, so we've now got the ceiling chunk number, but we've made it. I don't know, don't look at me. So we add them. And then we just delete them. Right, so... oh, I'm so confused. God, this is stressing me out. I thought this was going to be fun, but it's not. It's actual thinking and brains. I wanted to make a game about a penguin, you know? I wanted to make a game about a penguin. How hard can that be? Oh, apparently quite hard. So... alright, let's see if we can get this actually back to a functioning step 1. Like, if we can even just get one tunnel in place. Because I'd call that a strong win. So, I mean, I'm really like, hello, I'm screaming into the void. I'm screaming into the void. Echo. 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 Come on, it's a really good question of the day. It's a really good QOTD. Deep stuff. Don't let me down. Opinions. I want them. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. I don't know. Is it? Isn't it what we all want in the end of the day? Maybe that's exactly what I'm here for. Right, so generate thingy-bobby. Alright, so yeah, you know what to do. Bosh, do it. That obviously isn't what I wanted, you stupid douche wombat. Are you kidding? What? What the hell are you doing? Ground. No! What? What? Who? What? What? Ah! Okay, yeah. So your ground, boink, chunk number, dot current. Are you on drugs? Are you actually okay? You're not very clever, are you? You are not very clever. So you're the ground renderer. God, you're not as clever as the other one. The other one is definitely cleverer than you. Alright. But no. Now I would like you to do the same thing here, please. Yes. 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 Okay. I think there's a non-zero chance of this working. I mean, it's not a very big non-zero chance, but I think it is non-zero. I think it's bigger than 0. I'd put it in the 0.25 department. I'd say 1 in 4. All I mean by working is actually just getting some pink lines. I would like a birth canal. No birth canal. Alright, well, so much for a birth canal. I told you it was non-zero, but not good. I mean, 1 in 4. What have I done wrong? Oh, it's this bollocks again. Because I told it to do things with the thingamy things. Oh, this is all too confusing. God, I'm getting drunk. So, hanger booties. So we got ground max points. No, hang on, that should work. Why is that not working? Alright, what are you whiffling about? Biggie. Terrain generated, generate ground max points. Oh, see, I told you it was something to do with ground max points. Generate ground, terrain generator 82. Well, why are you doing it there? C. Position count. Trunk number. Did I not make you? Did I not make you? Oh, it's because I forgot to. Alright. So where's generate terrain? Alright. Alright, don't be like that. You mama. Right, that might work. If that was it, I'm going to be unbearably smug, just to let you know. I mean, if that was my only error after all of that crap, I'm going to be unbearably smug. Just so you know, there's going to be some bragging. Opinions, I want them. Also, I want your adulation for when this works. If this works, I want emojis in the chat. Like, oh my god, I want emojis in the chat. Come on, people. Come on. Did you see that? That was blind coding in a language that is not my first language by any stretch of the imagination. Using Unity, which is also, this is my first game. Come on. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. So I refactored that effectively. Oh my god. Oh no, that was something else. That was incredible. Right. So, you sadden me. You sadden me. Like, if I was some 25-year-old gamer who just speed runs some pointless AI-generated slop, the adulation would have been, I don't know. There'd have been people going, "Whoa, let him cook, let him cook, let him cook." It's something the young people say. You wouldn't understand. I'm down with the kids. I am down with the kids. Excuse me. God almighty, what's wrong with me? Anyway. Ooh. That is something I should do though. Actually, did that genuinely work, or am I just guessing it worked? Did it do what I expected to do? So I expect these to actually now have chunk names. So step 1, stop the bird from falling out of the sky. Oh my god, it does bastard work. That's quite incredible. Oh god. I'm going to rub Claude's face in this. Look at it. Look at it, Claude. It thinks it's got to help me do this stuff. It doesn't. You've helped me with a little bit of syntax and some Git stuff I didn't fully understand. You douche wombles. Look, you see? Look, where's the code in that? Nothing. No code. All from my big fat brain. I'm pleased with myself. I'm pleased with myself. And I should be. God damn it. Amazing. What am I trying to achieve? Who am I again? Right, anyway. So, I've done a thing. Now I've got to do a new thing. What's the new thing? Well, that's too short for a start. What am I trying to do? So when a new one comes along, we make a new one and we delete the old one. Uh-oh. I don't think C# indexes will like that. Yes, you see. What do I see? Alright, how about that? How about we make this 100 to start with? In fact, we just don't give it anything at all. What do you mean? I have to actually say how big it is? Oh, up yours. Alright, fine. It's 100. Let's see if we can get it working with 100. This will not be the final. I'm testing. Mucking about. Testing things. So please set a high priority reminder at some point that I have hard coded the terrain layer array size. I know what it means. Patronize me. That's why I asked you. Why do you think I asked you? Right. Well, that's a good point. That's not meant to be that anymore. This is meant to be chunk and. Oh, that's a good start. Oh, maybe that's why it fucked up. Maybe that is why it fucked up. Ooh. That could have actually been why it broke. I'm not sure I particularly like the errors on this. I'm not sure they're terribly useful, but we'll see. Right. If this works, I am actually going to go to bed weeping with joy. Come on, you little penguiny bastard. Right. What happens? Boosh! No. You're bounds of the array. Boink. Yeah, stop your nonsense. Right. Oh, okay. What was your issue? What was your issue? Blah, 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 blah. Index was outside the bounds of the array. Your mum's outside the bounds of the array. So that's the great baba jabba jija. Jabba baba jibba jabba. Ah. Oh, I see. That seems like a really stupid way of doing things. Seriously, this is good. This is good progress, right? Because this is saying what this is. I here now is it's actually trying to do it on the current chunk is now actually 1, which means that this is 100, which is 100, which is too big for the ground max points because that's set to the chunk width. So what I'm doing is that's great because that should fail. I really want to decouple this from where it actually is. I just want there to be a current, a future, and a past. Oh, this is really frustrating me. There's a nice way of doing this, and I can't quite work it out. This is the sort of thing that I will go to bed and I'll lie there for 3 hours thinking about it while I'm trying to. Well, I should be sleeping, but trying to sleep would be a lie. So I'll be trying to. I should be sleeping. I'll be thinking about this dickhead nonsense instead because I'm an idiot. God damn it. Right. What's annoying is that I've made quite a lot of progress coding today, but from the point of view of the game itself, it looks exactly the same. I mean, what has it been? 2 hours? 2 hours I've been at this. And, look, and it still just looks like a slightly wonky birth canal. Oh, that's a really boring. Can I make it so that it's less boring? I don't know, I suppose maybe people will like it, because then that's a speed run, isn't it? Because sometimes it's really wibbly. So I suppose sometimes, so you could come all the way down here and you'd be like, speed run! Boink. I mean, you'd be dead by now, as it says over here. But, I mean, this is exactly what it looked like when we started this shit, what, 2 hours ago. I do like this bit, that's my favourite bit. Go, penguin, go! Anyway, so, alright, so, I'm so nearly there, and I think if I just actually can focus for more than 5 minutes and stop drinking like an idiot. Alright, so. Aha! So, okay. I'm an idiot. Yes, I'm an idiot. Come on. No, not chunk end, you dick womble. Chunk width. Oh, I'm a twit. So the chunks stop, but then I want that on that. Yes. And they can piss off. Are we using them? We're not using them. Right. And this needs to be the same. But in there. No, you fart. That now. Oh, why am I such a numpty? Ground max points. What's that? No. What? Who? Where did that come from? Aha. We're getting there. We're getting there, I promise. So, around max points. Oh, I'm so confused. What's this again? Where's that come from? This comes from here, which comes from there, which is that. So that is the eye. I think that's going to work. Amazingly. We'll see. That might work. that might do what I think it's going to do. Work is a complicated word. There's a lot of value judgment in the word work. But this might at least do what I expect it to do. In fact, no. It might just give me a different error. I'll settle for a different error. Okay, well this is good. Oh, please do it. Oh my god! Oh my actual fuck. Okay, is it what I wanted? No. But, and here's the important bit, did it make something? Yes, it did. Did something actually happen? Yes, it did. That's very exciting. So what was your issue? That was up yours, assistant. Why are you assistanting me? Who are you? Who are you? What do you want? Leave me alone. I've got an AI. I've got my friend Claude over here, who are really trained to be extremely subservient. And if there's one thing I like, it's subservient. Where did you come from? It says one thing I like is subservient AI, is all I'm saying. So. What was the complaint? Index at array. Index outside down the array. That's great. Where? Where exactly? 86. Why would you say it's in there when it's down here, you douche? Okay, so that's the problem. It's ground max points. Where is ground max points? Oh, ground max points. I'm so close to understanding this. I'll tell you what I could have done. I could have seen actually what it generated, because the terrain generator has generated another thing, as you can see. Was it the ceiling or was it the ground? Now we will find out. Right, so bish, 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 bish. Right, we've made a thing. What have we made? We've got two ceilings. What? Okay, now I'm confused. Well, that hasn't helped anyone, has it? Right, I think that's the issue. Is the ceiling chunk is malformed. The ground chunk seems to be... Okay, so we made another ground chunk. So that is the ground chunk, which is good because it's in roughly the right place. It's just in the wrong place, but that is very easily fixed. In fact, you know what? Having said it's easily fixed, I'm gonna fix it. So we want the x coordinate to be... Oh, come on, don't be stupid. Vector, oh god, remind me how this works. Final points I equals vector 2 ground truck render set position. Yeah, so I... Okay, so that needs to be a thing. So now that's x coordinate. Okay, here we go. Int. And it is an int, so I'm not going to pretend it isn't. X coord. No, it doesn't. It equals... Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So that goes there. Then that goes there. The final points. Okay, that should work. This, at some point, I have to turn into something. I mean, it's basically the same code, so I'm just wasting my time doing this. But Okay, let's see if the ground works. Fuck the ceiling. Let's see if the ground works. So I reckon now the ground will have moved over there. He says extremely optimistically. I remember when I just made websites. Right. They were much easier. No, that has not worked. Oh. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but your mum's outside the boundaries of the array. Why do you keep putting it there? 89? Your mum's 89. Ah, final points. Where do I define final points? That's a final thingy. No, you see. I'm so annoyed with everything. So... What, I actually have to... What? Ah! What? Am I being stupid? No, I'm being stupid. No, I'm being stupid. Echo, 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 co, 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 co. There needs to be more C's than that. O doesn't really. Echo, co, co, co. No, it doesn't. It needs the C. The C never really disappears. Well, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't watch me. So. Actually, that's not true. I often watch myself. I mean, on Twitch. I don't mean like that. I mean, that would be weird. So, oh god, this is so frustrating because it's now. Oh, is it really 2 o'clock in the morning? It is really 2 o'clock in the morning. Ah, frustration, frustration, anger, anger, frustration. It's so close. There's something. Oh, I'm nearly there, but I'm being an idiot. There's just. You see, this is why naming things is really important. So we've got the generate ground. We've got this vector 2, which is ground max points. The ground max points are generated, and it is of a width, right? How am I meant to do this? The final points is final points. The final points is a vector 2. Ah, no, that's an I. Right, I'm being a complete dormouse. Okay, yeah. Right, in fact, fucking commit to this. Stop being such an idiot. Alright, you're being an idiot. You are being an idiot. So that's an X, yeah, because it's not. Ah, you see, you renamed it expressly for that purpose. And then you got it wrong because you're Nunu. That's the vector, that's the position with the vector, because that's different because that's a set position for an X. And oh, let's see. I'm saying that with confidence because I'm gonna cry otherwise. It's not the headphones' fault. The headphones are actually not that bad. Problem is combining them with the glasses. And it's not the glasses' fault. I actually quite like these glasses. I think they make me look distinguished. Do I look distinguished? Tell me I look distinguished. I do look distinguished. Right, anyway. God almighty, I need a wire thing. I need a way to handle my wires. Oh, okay. Okay, so something happened. No, God, dicking, damn it. Okay, there's some bad juju going on there. Wow, that's some bad juju. So that's a lot of bad juju. I would say that's about 20 lines worth of bad juju. What have I done wrong? Yeah, right, your line position sets my thingy bobbies. Right, that's on line 90. They're all on the same line. So it crashes first, is it? Okay, so you're crashing on line 90. No, you're I. Did I not get that right? I thought... So the renderer... No. What? I don't know. Bastarding what's going... What number? What number don't you like? Set position, index out of bounds. Well, your mum's out of bounds. Renderer. Ah, we've done that, have we? Oh, so you're an I as well. Oh, and then the vector's got the information in it. Oh, God almighty. Alright, yeah, I'm being an idiot. Alright, let's try that one more time. Well, I mean, the errors are changing, which is always a good sign. God, this is my ears. Do I look... I think I probably look like my father. It's... I mean... I suppose we have this problem, don't we? We either turn into our parents, so the question is, would you rather be your mum or your dad? Oh! I mean, I don't want to kind of completely go insane, but can everyone else see that? Okay, there are issues. There are issues. I'm missing a top bit. But, seriously... No, seriously, if I pass this and then... Oh my God. Oh my God, it made another one. It made a freaking another one. Is it going to make an... Oh my God, it made another one. I don't know how to zoom in on that. That's probably how. I really don't know what to say other than I'm obviously some sort of genius. Come on. Okay, so we lose... Okay, there's no way I'm going to bed now. There's no way I'm going to bed now. This is the... It's made another one. I mean, we've got so far, we've actually run out of I've got this kind of base layer here to make sure that... Oh my God, this is insanity. Alright, so the question is... why is it not joined all up together? Why isn't it joined up together? I think that's not an unreasonable question. Right, Mr. Penguin. Let's move you down to... Where was the first one? Here. And then we'll restart. And then we can look at that. Alright, so we've got Mr. Penguin's... Alrighty. Alright. Why is that not? So we've got ground chunk 0. Great. We've got ground chunk. Why isn't that ground chunk 1? That should be ground chunk 1. Where's ceiling chunk 1? Okay. Am I being dumb? I was kind of expecting ground chunk 1 to have an edge glide associated with it. No? Is that not ground chunk 1? Am I being stupid? Why is that there, but that isn't there? Oh, god damn it. I suspect something's not going according to plan. What? But there's the ground, there's the ceiling. Oh, okay. So we've probably got a problem with... Aha! Okay, so something's gone wrong with making the thingy. That's what's gone wrong. I should probably actually look at the bobbins. Right, go on. What's your problem? So on line 87, being called from 73 via 42. You surprised me. Right, FBM. So that breaks. Well, if that's breaking, why? Ah, but it's not the ground max point, is it? It's the x-coord point, because the ground max isn't I. I don't know. So the ground max point is actually the x-coord. Am I being stupid? I think that's going to work amazingly. This is complicated. It's more complicated than I want it to be, but I will tidy it up once I've actually... This isn't... Honestly, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I've been working all day. And I code all day, so my brain is a mess. And the addition of beer probably hasn't helped, let's be honest. I'm not usually quite so slow. I mean, usually I have better names for variables. I need better names for my variables. I genuinely need better names for my variables. No, that wasn't it. I was convinced that was it. Why have you got probs? So where have they gone? So you don't exist and you don't exist. No, I've completely cocked up. I have a cocked up, but I'm going to have to stop just guessing and actually try to work out what the dick's going on. Right, you can piss off for a start, you douche wombat. Right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So, we've got ground max points. Ground max points. So ground max points and ceiling min points are all chunk oriented. So I should probably have that borne in mind. So this should be ground max points is chunk oriented, which is good because that means it's the same as the width. I don't know why that's there because it seems silly to me. But anyway, so the ground chunk number renderer.position count is the same thing as the thing. Fine. So we've got the ground max points is not. It is not. It is chunk oriented. Because yeah. Okay, so why am I getting confused about that? And ceiling min points and ground max points are both ground oriented. So then something is happening. So why? Why? No, you see, why are you complaining then? 78.7. Index was outside the bounds of the array. But it isn't, because it's a ground max point. Am I being stupid? Generate ground comes from ground max points. Ground max points is the vector 2 of that width. Didn't think I was being stupid. I should have had faith in myself. I ate something earlier. It was very nice, but now I keep finding kind of gristly, gritty bits in my teeth. It was only vegetarian as well, so I mean, it's not even like it was seafood. Oh dear. Ah, no, because you're an idiot. You didn't change that to chunk width. God, I don't know why I use AI. I really don't. It doesn't make my life any better. It just confuses matters. I assumed it would do that. This is the problem. You make assumptions about how clever it is. I was like, oh yeah, well I deleted it. And I was like, oh yeah, change that for me. And it didn't. I mean, it's pretty basic. That's the sort of thing I'd actually trust AI to do, amazingly. Okay, well, as have I got... Okay, so I've got... Yes. Oh my god! Okay. I mean, I've actually got... This is genuinely quite exciting. Do they all have... Do they actually have, edge colliders? Oh my god, you've got an edge collider, you've got an edge collider, you get an edge collider, and you get an edge collider, and you get... But does ceiling have an edge collider? The ceiling does not have an edge collider. Oh, it was going so well. Oh, edge collider. No! Everything else was going so well. And then... bonk. So you do have an edge collider. But... oh, what? Have we done more? Did we make more? We made more. Okay, look, this is terribly exciting. Okay, so we're kind of getting there. I mean, we're going to have to kill the ones behind. I'm going to reuse this question of the day. I will be using this. I am disappointed in you. Why aren't you doing stuff? Oh, I didn't know it paused. Right, good. Look, that's great. Other than the fact that I've still got this gap. And what are you whiffling about? You're whiffling about something on 104. So I've obviously done something stupid. Yeah, generate ceiling, you don't say. Ah, I've done this chunk end business again. So no one's using the chunk end business. So I need the... what? Oh, is that just pointless? So that's pointless. Great. That shouldn't be there. Which means that that should be chunk width. So this, I mean, this should really be the same shit. X quarters chunk number times chunk, blah blah blah. So that could just be replaced with that. So is the whole thing exactly the same? Oh, I can't be bothered to do that. Can you refactor? Generate ground and generate ceiling into a generic generate surface method with the addition of a subtraction parameter. I mean, you see, I'm not ashamed to use AI, as I keep saying. AI should be ashamed to use me. What are you thinking about? That's not hard. God, I could have done it myself in this time. Fine, I will do it myself. I mean, what an absolute waste of time. Oh, God. Alright, fine. Fine. Oh, you actually don't need it to be saved. I've just done that. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever, just do it. I think you may have changed things you didn't know. Yeah, I killed the dangling line. I got bored waiting for you. Yeah, why not? I believe you. I trust you. Right. I don't know why I trusted it. Actually, now I feel really stupid having trusted it. But anyway. Blah, blah. Your baseball... You've got too many opinions, young man. Claude is too opinionated, but I'll take it. I will take it. I really am, despite the fact that you're not engaging with my question of the day, which is a really fucking deep question of the day. Not that I'm grumpy. Might be a little bit grumpy. But despite that, I'm very, very grateful for you putting up with my nonsense. I cannot believe this. I genuinely can't believe it's working. Right, let's get over there in a way. But do we actually have... I mean, the important bit, really... That does have a thingy. Oh my god, it's got a thingy. This is absolute madness. Come on, over here. Bonk. I'm genuinely... Look at this. And they might even join up. Ah, I mean, it's not perfect, but they're clearly on the same... Oh, it's because it's missing... Oh, it's only because it's missing a point. It's just missing a point, you noo-noo. Oh my god, I fence posted error it. I mean, that is literally... You're an idiot programmer 101 is fence posting. Oh no, it's because it needs to join up. So it's not a fence posting error. I'm not that stupid. It just doesn't know how to join those two. So I don't actually... What do I do? That's so frustrating. I don't actually know what to do. I think that means I want those to be equals. Yes, I think I just want those to be equals. That's weird, isn't it? That is, I must admit, unexpected. That is very odd. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. The reason it's annoying is because despite the fact that I think I know what the problem is, it's actually quite hard to do nicely because I don't want it to kind of go through iterating on a negation. So, does that mean every one of these has to be a +1? I think maybe it does. So that should be base points dot length. Okay. So if everything in there, chunk width. So I reckon, I don't know, I could be wrong about this, but we'll see. That becomes that. No. I'm so confused. But no, that's going to be 0. So, yes. Yes. No? I don't know. I'm confused. No, I'm confused. I'm so confused. I don't know, like, I can do it, but it's going to be very unclear. When I come back to this in 6 months' time, I'm going to be like, what the fuck were you doing? Which I don't really want to be doing. I don't like that idea. It'll upset me. Oh, I don't know. I might just call this a win. I mean, it's kind of working, miraculously. What do you mean, like... Alright, I'm going to check it's working, and if it's working, I think I'm going to call that bedtime. I mean, I've run out of beer. It's annoying, because I have issues with... That's annoying as well. Oh, it's so annoying! I just want it to work. It's just so annoying, it's so close. But I actually think it might be more subtle than it seems. I mean, I'm pretty pleased though, honestly. So, next... Okay, so, tomorrow? Tomorrow? Yeah, probably, maybe tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Saturday. So, hopefully, is that going to make a new one then? Boop. Okay, so either tomorrow or Saturday, we're going to have these ones disappearing. So once they've been used, they're off. Excuse me. And we're also going to have them joining up at these really, 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 really annoying. I mean, that's really annoying me. But yeah, so all I need is... I'll make it -1. Maybe I'll make it -1. Yeah, but then... No, that's annoying me. Anyway, but that's basically it for the day. Thank you very much for joining me. I will now say goodbye. Then I will go to the toilet again. And then I'm going to commit and maybe deal with Claude to do some memory stuff. But it's all a bit boring. So, I won't do any further coding. I won't do any further development on the game itself, though. So everything's just going to be admin. No one wants to watch admin. And thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for following me, because I think one of the people who followed me is still watching. I don't know. Maybe it's just a miss. Maybe they've died. Maybe they've died of a heart attack. And as they were desperately asking for help, they accidentally followed me. Which is, I think, probably the most likely explanation. But in other news, yeah, I'm gonna bet. I need a sign-off. You know, people have sign-offs. Ciao, ciao belli, ciao belli. Yeah, but I shouldn't do that. I'll get cancelled. I'm not Italian. Ciao, 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 ciao. Yeah, laters, laters. Yeah, I am English, but I'm not really a laters sort of person. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and good evening. I'll work on it. I'll work on it for tomorrow. Anyway, thank you very much. Blah, blah, blah. Bye-bye.